acting in a theater musical? And ano yung mga lessons na natutunan mo with this experience?
As a singer, I had to go back to voice lessons because I didn't have proper lessons in theater singing or singing in musicals. I needed to find my comfortable singing style or technique. Kasi hindi ako pwedeng mapagod because I need to prepare to do 2 shows a weekend, which is something that I've never done before, and I would sing 12 songs in each of those shows. So, laging for endurance and for support and sustainability yung naging training ko. For acting, of course, iba rin. Iba yung acting on stage versus film, because film we're taught to be very nuanced. But ang pinaka syempre similar, or I mean, ang pinaka goal pa rin is to find the truth in your performance. But syempre the medium is different. In theater, mas malaki. Kailangan narinig at naiintindihan ka lang nasa pinakalikod. Mula sa pinakaharap hanggang sa pinakalikod. Sa TV kasi, sa film kasi syempre big screen. So isa yun sa mga big adjustments.
My goal is to go as far as I can. Siyempre, as much as possible, I want to make sure na my career is consistent. Pinakatakutan ko is maging stagnant lang ako. So, every year, I want to do something new. And this year actually is, I think, a lucky year for me kasi I got Hearts and Eyes. It's a very different experience in a teleserye. I got to do a dream show. And now I'm doing a film. Unang pelikula ko sa Cinemalaya. And I've always wanted to do a Cinemalaya film a few years ago pang gusto sabihin yan sa mga handlers ko, hindi siya natutuloy. But now I was given a chance to lead in a film. So next year, I don't know, actually, I get pressured kung ano yung binibigay sa akin. But I would always grab it kasi every time Sparkle would give me a project. It's something new and it's something that I would crave kasi it would make me grow as a person. So ngayon, siguro focus lang muna ako sa Cinemalaya. I really wanna do my best to promote this film because it's a bucket list for me. And yeah, I think as far as I can go, ayoko naman magsabi na gusto ko maging ganito. Hanggang saan ko kaya gagawin. But I want to make sure that I would grow as an actor every year, every quarter of the year.
Well, I'm in my late 20s now, and how I see it is that before I settle down, these are my, I guess, final years to take the risks that I could afford taking right before my responsibilities grow even more. So yeah, that's where my head is at now. As an actor, syempre, and as an artist, dami kong gusto gawin lahat. And our platforms are also evolving. Filipino talent is going global. So that's an actor's, a Filipino actor's dream now. You see Miss Donnie De Leon, Miss Ruby Ruiz, going global and becoming very successful on the global stage. So that's one thing that I guess a lot of Filipino actors are looking at now. Hopefully, I could be part of a project like that soon. But yeah, my head right now is at that. Susulitin ko na tong, I guess, late 20s ko in taking the risks as an artist. Of course, I'll cross the bridge when I get there. I'll always be an actor. I'll always be an artist. When I do settle down, hindi naman mawawala yung trabaho ko. But yeah, that's my current headspace as of now.
Malapit na tayong settle.
I'll answer that question. We walang date on it. Of course, napapag-usapan. That's the goal in our relationship. We do want to settle down, but I guess it's not in the near future. But hopefully, before. Hindi ko rin alam kasi yung timing. I couldn't say before it's too late, because what is too late and what is too early. So we were not super sure about the timing, but hopefully, soon. But that is the goal. I just don't know when yet exactly.
Alright. As I said earlier, sobrang iba-iba talaga yung character ni Bongbay ko sa Hearts and Ice and si Gemma Stone here sa As If It's True. Even the genre of the show and the movie is really different. Hearts and Ice is basically for family, for kids, to inspire them about chasing their dreams. Here naman sa As If It's True, it's the reality of the Gen Zs. People my age, our age, kung ano yung pinagdadaanan namin. Sobrang different niya. Kasi Hearts and Ice is about sports also. So, focus sa sports. Sa As If It's True, it's more of yung conversational and chemistry namin ni Khalil, how to make things work, how to make people feel kilig, but at the same time, hindi namin pwedeng pakita na super committed kami. We wanna question people. We wanna make them think na sila ba talaga? Is this real or is it not? So siguro yun yung challenge namin. Yun yung challenge ko sa movie na to. So Hearts and Ice, it was very inspirational. Magical, yan, mga Prince Charming. Pero dito, mas kailangan ko mag-focus to think straight. Actually, nagsabay yung Hearts and Ice taping ko sa mga last few weeks ng Hearts on Ice. Sumisegue ako sa As If It's True na movie. So from as a young, inspiring skater girl, tas kailangan ko mag-shift to a strong, independent, sophisticated character na walang masyadong emotions na totoong pinapakita. So, yun siguro yung difference and yung challenge.
Me, I guess it is quite a different role from the last one that I did, because my last film was, what is my last film? My last pre-pandemic pa, it was Dead Kids, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, it is very different kasi Dead Kids, kung napanood nyo, sobrang gapo ng character ko doon. Parang, I mean, the entire experience also was very playtime. As in, sobrang hinayaan lang kami maglaro at maging kapo dun sa film na yun. But then, it is also about youth. And this film, As If It's True, it dives deep into the psyche of the new generation and how they deal with their relationships nowadays. So that's something different for me because I would like to think that I'm more of an old school kind of guy. I don't actually necessarily agree with James, my character. But then it was also a challenge for me kasi he's very emotional. Si James, he's an emotional person, and yung relationship nila ni Gemma as it progressed and as the truth started to blur out, we see James spiral down into a different kind of person, which was also a challenge for me kasi there's a clear character change in the middle of this film, and there is a monologue which I won't get into, but there's a monologue that for some reason, si John Rogers, who also wrote the script, sa lahat ng drafts niya, yung monologue na yun, hindi niya nirevise. And then when I asked why, he told me kasi he wants my interpretation. So I co-wrote that monologue. I wrote it from scratch, and then kami ni John, we worked on it together, and we created a whole new different monologue, completely different from the one of the script. So that's something new to me, to be able to work with someone that collaborative. He allowed me to take what he wrote and kind of tweak it in my own way and to add my creative output in it. So yeah, it was quite an experience, and I'm really excited for everyone to see it.
Sobrang chill lang ako ngayon. I wasn't as busy compared to the past few months. From November to May, I was doing Arts and Ice, and then from May to June, I was doing As If It's True. So, mga July, ito, nakahinga-hinga na ako. Parang it's more of I'm on my vacation mode. Because I also feel like I deserve it. And yes, sobrang na-burnout po ako. Na-burnout po talaga ako when I was doing those projects. But at the same time, it was really fulfilling for me. Pero hindi rin talaga maiwasan yung mapagod ko sa set, especially when I was doing Hearts on Ice. Yung time talaga namin is graveyard shift. We would shoot sa skating rink from 9 p.m. to 11 a.m. the next day. And yung energy mo talaga pagdating ng 5 a.m., wala na talaga. And even though at 9 a.m. in the morning, mga last few hours of work, I have to perform figure skating, I have to do a program. Dumating din ako sa time talaga na umiyak ako sa set. And I think a lot of people heard that and said a lot of negative things about me na nag-complain daw ako na binigyan ako ng project, ganito ganyan. There were voices na gano'n. But at the same time, hindi ko rin naman naiwasan. Though I never said na, never ako nagpapagod ng taping or anything. Napagod lang talaga ako because it was really exhausting. But at the same time, I always make sure na hanggat hindi napapakot, I would finish what I would do. And then sa segue ako sa as if it's true.
Wala bang tulong?
Na wala pang tulong.
Wala siyang tulong.
Pakot ako ng 10 a.m. to Hearts and Ice. I would just go home and take a shower and then go straight to the set as if it's true. Tapos another buong araw na naman ng taping and then pack up namin mga 12, at least mas maaga, 12 a.m. Pero alam mo yung more than 24 hours nang dilap yung mata ko. So yun yung mga pinagdaan ko. But at the same time, looking back, I'm so proud of myself. No regrets. Sobrang big deal rin yung environment na nakakatrabaho ko. Masasayang mga tao, positive people, nakakatulong sa energy mo. Pero hindi talaga natin naiwasan yung pagod, especially if you put so much effort in your work. Talagang at the end of the day, ubos ka. Pero at the same time, it's really fulfilling.